Alright guys, it's been a little bit. Figured I'd get back to the floor pans on the car, being that I've never welded before. I had bought a machine several months back. I've been just practicing and stuff like that. I decided to build a little project. It allowed me to be able to work with the machine a little bit and get some stuff done, build a little bit of a confidence factor, so that whenever I start on these floors, which is like 21 or 22 gauge, very thin, easy to blow holes through, a lot of patience required. Trailer that I pull behind my lawnmower, I built it all out of 1/8 inch angle iron and a piece of square tubing that's 11 gauge also. And I cut some wheels off of a dolly from Harbor Freight, and I got a new axle and welded all that on there, and it came out okay. But I needed a little momentum going so that I could feel confident in starting on these floors. Whipped out the Sawzall. I cut away to the double paned metal right there. Cut back. I got up here. I see that there's another joint of metal here that kind of goes up at a 45-degree angle. It's got a little bit of rust too, and it's rusted all the way to the pinch weld. So I cut that portion out. What I'm going to be doing is cleaning it up. I got a wire wheel, I got a grinding wheel. I'm going to get it all to clean bare metal. That way I can take this floor pan piece that I bought previously, we'll trim it down to where it needs to go, and I'm going to tack it in. It'll be easy to weld it in up here because this is pretty thick. It's double layered. On the sides you got to be very gentle. Back here might be okay. Now the pinch weld on the bottom, I'm not going to weld it to yet because, for one, it don't look good. Number two, I'm going to replace this rocker panel. I'm laying under the car and I'm cutting away the cancer. I'm going to talk about this for just a quick second. This is the hole previously cut out. Okay. This is the rocker panel here. All this nastiness that was here, I've cut it away with a Sawzall. There's still a lot more to go. It's really bad. This is solid. All this back here is solid. You know, as I cut away at this stuff and look at it more and more and more, you know, I have to question, is it really worth doing this work? I mean, this rocker panel here is just absolutely gone. There's surface rust, complete holes in this one. The other side looks pretty decent. Do you scrap this car, or do you just fix this junk? I think if I was one of these guys that lived Northwest Pacific Coast area, where they are just overcrowded with 240s, yeah, I think I would just go find another donor car for a few $100 rather than spending the time and efforts. The absolute cheapest 240 I have found at all was $2,400. That's the cheapest, period. And they go up to $6,500. I trimmed the floor pan to kind of fit into the hole. So I'm going to be welding it from the top side. I've got to hammer and mold it and kind of get it to contour to the factory body line. Alright, so the pan's in there. It's pretty solid. I got about a dozen tacks on it. Not too bad. Took a little bit to get it all fitted in. It's not clean cuts. I really don't care. All I want this to be is structurally sound. We're going to put some seam sealer on it. I have to do a little bit of research, see what the right thing to use is. Needless to say, I won't be welding all the way around. I'm going to tack it, probably put another dozen tacks on it, maybe even 2 dozen. I want at least maybe every 1 inch to have a tack, something like that. Then I'll put the seam sealer on it.